Namaskaram. On behalf of Sri Kamakshi Sri Vidya Samiti, occasion of Sri Jayendra Periva Jayanthi Mahotsavam, let's start our program with a prayer song, followed by Srimati Shailaja Jayaraman, followed by Swasti Vachanam by Maleshwaram Kids. Namaskaram. On behalf of Sri Kamakshi Sri Vidya Samiti,
Shailaja, echo varudhu Shailaja.
Jayendra Periva Jayanthi.
Oh, echo varudha.
YouTube கேட்டுட்டு இருக்கு. Yeah.
வரல இல்லையா?
இல்ல இப்ப வரல.
Mute. Yeah.
You have to switch on your video.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes. சித்தத்தினுள் சுடராய் சிறந்திடும் சிவகுருவே, சித்தத்தினுள் சுடராய் சிறந்திடும் சிவகுருவே, பந்த தொடை பயம் போக்கிடும்பவ குருவே, சித்தத்தினுள் சுடராய் சிறந்திடும் சிவகுருவே, பந்த தொடை பயம் போக்கிடும்பவ குருவே, சித்தத்தினுள் சுடராய் சிறந்திடும் சிவகுருவே. மத்தியார்ஜுனத்தில் மலர்ந்த மாமுனியே, மத்தியார்ஜுனத்தில் மலர்ந்த மாமுனியே, சத்தியத்தால் ஜெயித்த ஜெயேந்திர சரஸ்வதியே, மத்தியார்ஜுனத்தில் மலர்ந்த மாமுனியே, சத்தியத்தால் ஜெயித்த ஜெயேந்திர சரஸ்வதியே, சித்தத்தினுள் சுடராய் சிறந்திடும் சிவகுருவே. எத்தனையோ இன்னல்கள் நித்தியம் மீண்டு வந்து, எத்தனையோ இன்னல்கள் நித்தியம் மீண்டு வந்து, எத்தனத்தால் எல்லாம் ஒன்றொன்றாய் சீரமைத்து, எத்தனையோ இன்னல்கள் நித்தியம் மீண்டு வந்து, எத்தனத்தால் எல்லாம் ஒன்றொன்றாய் சீரமைத்து, யுக்தியால் புத்தியால் சித்தியால் சக்தியால், யுக்தியால் புத்தியால் சித்தியால் சக்தியால், உத்தம குரு வார்த்தை அத்தனையும் பூர்த்தி செய்து, யுக்தியால் புத்தியால் சித்தியால் சக்தியால், உத்தம குரு வார்த்தை அத்தனையும் பூர்த்தி செய்து, சித்தத்தினுள் சுடராய் சிறந்திடும் சிவகுருவே, பந்த தொடை பயம் போக்கிடும்பவ குருவே, சித்தத்தினுள் சுடராய் சிறந்திடும் சிவகுருவே.
Thank you, Shailaja. Maleshwaram Kids, are you ready for Swasti Vachanam?
Yes, Mami.
Yes.
Yes.
Start.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Mahatripura Sundari Sameta Shri Chandramaulishwaraya Namaha. Shri Kanchi Kamakoti Pītādipati Jagadguru Shri Shankaracharya Shri Charanayoho Pranamaha.
स्वस्ति श्रीमद् अखिल भूमण्डलालङ्कार त्रयस्त्रिंशत्कोटि देवता सेवित श्री कामाक्षी देवी सनाथ श्रीमद् एकाम्रनाथ श्री महादेवी सनाथ श्री हस्तिगिरिनाथ साक्षात्कार परमाधिष्ठान सत्यव्रत नामांकित श्री कांची दिव्य क्षेत्रे.
1 second, please. Whoever is going to say, please turn your video on. Only then I can spotlight you for everyone to see you.
Sharada Matasusthitaram Atulita Sudhara Samadurya Kamalasana Kamini Tamilla Sampulla Mallika Malika Nishyanda Makaranda Jari Sauvastika Vagnigumba Vijumbala. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. You have to put on your video, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, all of you can keep your video on. Keep only your audio muted.
Atulita Sudhara Samadurya Kamalasana Kamini Tamilla Sampulla Mallika Malika Nishyanda Makaranda Jari Sauvastika Vagnigumba Vijumbarananda Tundilita Manishi Mandalana
Navaratadvaita Vidya Vinoda Rasikana Nirantaralankriti Krita Shanti Danti Bhuna Sakala Bhuvana Chakra Pratishtapaka Shri Chakra Pratishta Vikyata Yasholamkritana
निखिल पाषण्ड षण्ड कण्ठकोट्पाटनेन विशदीकृत वेद वेदान्त मार्ग षण्मठ प्रतिष्ठापकाचार्याणां श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्यवर्य श्री जगद्गुरु श्रीमत् शंकर भगवत्पादाचार्याणां
अधिष्ठाने सिंहासनाभिषिक्त श्रीमद् चंद्रशेखरेन्द्र सरस्वती संयमेन्द्राणाम् अन्तेवासिवर्य श्रीमद् जयेन्द्र सरस्वती श्रीपादानाम्
तदन्तेवासिवर्य श्रीमत् शंकर विजेन्द्र सरस्वती श्रीपादानां च चरणनलिनयोः सप्रश्रयं साञ्जलिबन्धं च नमस्कुर्मः.
Thank you. A speech on Guru Mahima by Maleshwaram Kids.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Today, on the auspicious occasion of the birthday Jayanti celebration of our 69th Pīఠādhipati Shri Jayendra Saraswati Swamigal, also fondly referred to as Shri Pudu Periva, we are indeed blessed to talk on Guru. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Since Lokam, all of us have learned. When you hear the word Guru, what strikes your mind? Teacher, right? Yes, it is correct to some extent, but Guru in Sanatana Dharma context has a larger, deeper and much stronger bond with the individual than just a teacher. A teacher gives or teaches us content, but a Guru is one who gives us content or guides each one of us individually with a lot of understanding of what we need, require and deserve to become a highly evolved individual and become a wholesome, good person. Gu means darkness, Ru means remover. So in total, it means Guru is a remover of darkness or Andhakara Nivarana. And wow, an interesting information or coincidence. Iruniki means remove darkness in Tamil. So our Sri Pudaperiva was born in a village Iruniki, meaning who removed darkness. So blessed we are, right?
We have a great Guru Parampara, meaning a great lineage. Narayanam Padmabhuvam Vasishtam Shaktim cha Tatputra Parasharam cha Vyasam Shukam Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra Mathasya Shishyam. From Sriman Narayana to Padmabhuva to Vasishta to Shakti to Parashara to Vyasa to Shukacharya to Gaudapada to Govinda Bhagavatpada, all propagated good and only good. How interesting, with such a great line of gurus. When the young Sri Adi Shankara went in search of a guru, and he found Govinda Bhagavatpada on the banks of Narmada to be his right guru. Sri Adi Shankara in turn had Padmapada, Hastamalaka, Totaka, and Sureshwara as his Shishyas. And our Sri Perivas come under this great lineage. In our Pudu Periva was the 69th Acharya, and our Sri Bala Periva is 70th Acharya from Sri Adi Shankaracharya. Imagine how blessed we are all to have darshan of the Perivas and also not to forget to see them perform puja to the Sri Tripura Sundari Meru and Chandramoulishwara Spatikalingam, which even Sri Adi Shankara did puja to. Imagining the scene, how do we do puja to these gurus? Not at all difficult. Always think of the guru, Dhyana Moolam, Gurur Murtihi. Do puja to his feet, Puja Moolam, Guruho Padam. Always follow Guru's words, Mantra Moolam, Gurur Vakyam. Begin Guru's blessings, Moksha Moolam, Guruho Kripa. Tirumular has also said the same. தெளிவு குருவின் திருமேனி காணல் தெளிவு குருவின் திருநாமம் செப்பல் தெளிவு குருவின் திருவார்த்தை கேட்டல் தெளிவு குரு ஒரு சிந்தித்தல் தானே.
We have lots of slokas on Guru. Prominent of them, and to name some, we have learnt and heard Guru Ashtakam, Guru Panchakam, Totaka Ashtakam, Guru Gita, Sadguru Dashakam, Sri Jayendra Shloka Malika. Having said all these, how are we girls getting Guru's grace? Yes, indeed blessed. Through his vision of Sahasradala Padma Aradhana, we are all learning shlokas, surely will be useful as we grow and face challenges in life. Through Sampradaya Patashala, he is teaching us to protect nature, preserve culture, rich heritage and traditions unique to each of the communities. For example, maybe our dress codes, food and savories for each festival, protect Matrubhasha by speaking in them, Atiti Satkara and many more. Visit Kshetram and temples so that we appreciate rich knowledge which prevailed through temple architecture. Learn importance of that place, storyland which is history. Learning of Sanskritam or Sanskrit for larger benefits, as many of our treasures are in that language, and we may understand and appreciate these booties we possess easily. Learning to use the Panchangam daily. Agree? This way to appreciate the existence of rich knowledge of accurate astronomy and time calculations. His stress on Alankaram, Acharam and Aharam is very relevant in today's time, especially COVID times. Our habits have been imbibed worldwide to keep healthy. In total, we are all taught to appreciate and feel proud Sanatanis. Simple living, high thinking. परित्यज्य मौनं वटादस्थितिं च व्रजं भारतस्य प्रदेशात् प्रदेशं मधुस्यन्ति वाचा जना धर्ममार्गे नयन् श्रीजयेन्द्र गुरुर्भाति चित्ते. जय जय शंकर, हर हर शंकर.
Beautifully said, girls. Periva Sharanam, Guru Sharanam. Next, we have our Banargata kids performing Sarvajana Sarvadevata Shloka.
कराग्रे वसति लक्ष्मीः करमध्ये सरस्वती करमूले तु गौरी स्यात् प्रभाते करदर्शनम्
समुद्रवसनी देवी पर्वतस्तनमण्डिते विष्णुपद्भिरवस्तुभ्यं पादस्पर्श क्षमस्व मे.
अहल्या द्रौपदी सीता तारामण्डोदरी तथा पञ्चकन्यास्वरे नित्यम् महापातकनाशनम् पुण्यश्लोको नलो राजा पुण्यश्लोको युधिष्ठिरः पुण्यश्लोका च वैदेही पुण्यश्लोको जनार्दनः. कार्कोटकस्य नागस्य दमयन्त्याः नलस्य च ऋतुपर्णस्य राजश्रेः कीर्तनं कलिनाशनम्. अश्वत्थामा बलिर्व्यासः हनुमांश्च विभीषणः कृपा परशुरामश्च सप्तैते चिरञ्जीविनः. ब्रह्मा मुरारी त्रिपुरान्तकश्च भानुश्शशि भूमिसुतो बुधश्च गुरुश्च शुक्रः शनिराहुकेतवः कुर्वन्तु सर्वे मम सुप्रभातम्. भृगुर्वसिष्ठः क्रतुरङ्गिराश्च मनोपुलस्त्यः पुलहश्च गौतमः रैभ्यो मरीचिश्च वनोतदक्षः कुर्वन्तु सर्वे मम सुप्रभातम्. सनत्कुमारश्च सनन्दनश्च सनातनोऽप्यानुरिसिंहलौ च सप्तस्वरा सप्तनसातलानि कुर्वन्तु सर्वे मम सुप्रभातम्. सप्तार्णवा सप्त कुलाचलाश्च सप्तर्षयो द्वीपवनानि सप्तै भूरादिलोकाः भुवनानि सप्त कुर्वन्तु सर्वे मम सुप्रभातम्.
पृथ्वी सगन्धा सरसास्तयापस् स्पर्शश्च वायुर्ज्वलितं च तेजः नभः सशब्दं महता सहैव कुर्वन्तु सर्वे मम सुप्रभातम्.
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. ब्रह्मानं शङ्करं विष्णुं यमं रामं धनुं बलं सप्तैतान्यस्मरे नित्यं दुःस्वप्नः तस्य नश्यति दुःस्वप्नः तस्य नश्यति.
Very divine. Next we have JP Nagar kids saying Chandrasekhara Stuti Panchakam.
Hari Om, Kekarda.
Kekarda. JP Nagar spotlight Pandama Vasanti.
Please turn on your video, only then I can spot.
Video on other.
JP Nagar is there on the screen, please. JP.
Okay.
No, I want paneer butter
We are
masala.
using a different thing for the volume. JP Nagar screen you can see on the different. Video will be on a different part.
No, can you tell me what is the name?
JP Nagar only.
I'm not getting.
Red background la irukku paanga ma.
உங்கள்ட்ட தான் வருது. Yeah.
Yes.
शिव गुरु नंदन शंकर शोभित काम पदांकित पीठपते नृपजन वंदित विश्व मनोहर सर्व कलाधर पूततनो श्रुति मत पोषक दुर्मत शिक्षक सज्जन रक्षक कल्पतरो शेखर देशिक कांची मटेश्वर पालय मां जय जय हे शशि शेखर देशिक कांची मटेश्वर पालय मां श्रीधर शशिधर भेद विकल्पन दोष निवारण वीरमते रघुपति पूजित लिंग समर्चन जात मनोहर शीलतनो बहुविध पंडित मंडल मंडित संसदि पूजित वेद निधे जय जय हे शशि शेखर देशिक कांची मटेश्वर पालय मां जय जय हे शशि शेखर देशिक कांची मटेश्वर पालय मां हिमगिरि संभव दिव्य सरिद्वर शोभि सिरोवर भक्ति निधे निज सकलागम शास्त्र विमर्शक पंडित मंडल वन्द्यतनो बुध जन रंजक दुर्जन मानस दोष निवारक वाक्यलते जय जय हे शशि शेखर देशिक कांची मटेश्वर पालय मां जय जय हे शशि शेखर देशिक कांची मटेश्वर पालय मां मधु सम भाषण दुर्मत शोषण सज्जन पोषण धीरमते शुक मुनि तातज सूत्र विमर्शक शंकर बोधित भाष्यरते निगम सुलक्षण रक्षण पंडित भास्वर मंडल पोषक हे जय जय हे शशि शेखर देशिक कांची मटेश्वर पालय मां जय जय हे शशि शेखर देशिक कांची मटेश्वर पालय मां रतिपति सुंदर रूप मनोहर बुध जन मानस सारस हे तुहि न धराधर पुत्र विमोहित काम कलेश्वर पूजक हे कनक धराधर कार्मुक नंदित काम कला दृढ़ भक्ति निधे जय जय हे शशि शेखर देशिक कांची मटेश्वर पालय मां जय जय हे शशि शेखर देशिक कांची मटेश्वर पालय मां कांची मटेश्वर पालय मां कांची मटेश्वर पालय मां.
Pop team. Next we have Kanakadara Stotram by Ramurthy Nagar kids.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. अङ्गं हरेः पुलकभूषणमाश्रयन्तीं भृङ्गाङ्गनेव मुकुलाभरणं तमालम् अङ्गीकृता किल विभूतिरपाङ्गलीला माङ्गल्यतास्तु मम मङ्गलदेवताया मुग्धा मुहुर्विदधते वदने मुरारेः प्रेमत्रवा प्रणिहितानि गतागतानि माला त्रिशूर्मधुकरीव महोद्बलेया सा मे श्रियं दिशतु सागरसम्भवाया साक्षम् अधिगम्य मुदा मुकुन्दम् आनन्दकन्दमनिमेषम् अनङ्गतन्त्रम् आकेकरस्थितगणेनिकपक्ष्मनेत्रम् भूत्यै भवे मम भुजङ्गशयाङ्गनाय बाह्वन्तरे मधुरितश्रितकौस्तुभेया हारावलीव हरिमिल मयि विभाति कामप्रदा बहवतोऽपि कटाक्षमाला कल्याणमामहतु मे कमलालयाय रसिकैतबारे धारादुर्यस्फुरतिरातटिदङ्गणेव मातु समस्तराणि मे दिशतु प्राप्तं पदं प्रथमतः प्रभावात् मङ्गल्य भाति मधुमादिनि मन्मथेन मय्या पटे तटिहन्तरमेक्षणार्थं मन्दारसञ्चमकालय कन्या
विश्वामरेन्द्रपदविभ्रमदानदक्षम् आनन्दहेतुरधिकं मुरविद्विषोऽपि ईशन्निषीदतु मयि क्षणमीक्षणार्धम् इन्दीवरोदरसहोदर मिन्दिरायाः इष्टाविशिष्टमतयोऽपि अयादयाद्रदृष्ट्या त्रिविष्टपपदं सुलभं लभन्ते हृष्टिप्रहृष्टकमलोदरदीप्तिरष्टाम् पुष्टिं कृशिष्ट मम पुष्करविस्तरायाः दद्यादयानुपवनो द्रविणाम्बुधाराम् अस्मिन्न किञ्चन विहङ्गशिशौ विषण्णे दद्यादयानुपवनो द्रविणाम्बुधाराम् अस्मिन्न किञ्चन विहङ्गशिशौ विषण्णे दुष्कर्म धर्ममपनीय चिराय दूरम् नारायण प्रणयिनी नयनाम्बुवाहः
देवदेति गरुडध्वज सुन्दरीति शाकम्भरीति शशिशेखर वल्लभेति सृष्टिस्थिति प्रलय केलिषु संस्थितायै तस्यै नमस्त्रिभुवनैक गुरोस्तरुण्यै श्रुत्यै नमो सुशुभकर्णफलप्रसूत्यै रत्यै नमो सुरमणीय गुणार्णवायै शक्त्यै नमो सुषटपत्रनिकेतनायै पुष्ट्यै नमो सुपुरुषोत्तमवल्लभायै नमो सुनादीकनिभाननायै नमोऽस्तु दुग्धोदधि जन्मभूम्यै नमोऽस्तु सोमामृतसोदरायै नमोऽस्तु नारायण वल्लभायै नमोऽस्तु हेमाम्बुजपीठिकायै नमोऽस्तु भूमण्डलनायिकायै नमोऽस्तु देवादिदयापरायै नमोऽस्तु शाङ्गायुधवल्लभायै नमोऽस्तु देवी भृगनन्दनायै नमोऽस्तु विष्णोरुरसिस्थितायै नमोऽस्तु लक्ष्मै कमलालयायै नमोऽस्तु दामोदर वल्लभाय नमोऽस्तु कान्त्यै कमलेक्षणाय नमोऽस्तु भूति भुवन प्रसूत्यै नमोऽस्तु देवादिविरचिताय नमोऽस्तु नन्दात्मज वल्लभाय
सम्पत्कराणि सकलेन्द्रियनन्दनानि साम्राज्यदानविभवानि सरोरुहाक्षि त्वद्वन्दनानि दुरितोद्धरणोद्यतानि मामेव मातरनिशं कलयन्तु मानि यत्कटाक्षसमुपासना विधिः सेवकस्य सकलार्थसम्पदः सन्तनोति वचनाङ्गमानसैः त्वां मुरारिहृदयेश्वरीं भजे सरसिजनिलये सरोजहस्ते धवलतमां शुकगन्धमाल्यशोभे भगवति हरिवल्लभे मनोज्ञे त्रिभुवनभूतिकरि प्रसीद मह्यम् भगवति हरिवल्लभे मनोज्ञे त्रिभुवनभूतिकरि प्रसीद मह्यम्
कनककुम्भमुखावसृष्टस्वर्वाहिनी विमलचारुजलाप्लुताङ्गीं प्रातर्नमामि जगतां जननीम् अशेषलोकादिनाथगृहणीम् अमृतादिपुत्रीं कमले कमलाक्षवल्लभे त्वं करुणापूर्णतरङ्गितैरपाङ्गैः अवलोकय माम् अकिञ्चनानां प्रथमं पात्रम् अकृत्रिमं दयायाः स्तुवन्दे स्तुतिभिरमुदिरं वहं त्रयीमयीं त्रिभुवनमातरं रमां गुणाधिका गुरुतर भाग्यभागिनः भवन्ति ते भुवि बुधभाविताशयाः.
Wonderful kids, very nice. Next is Achyuta Ashtakam by Vijayanagara kids.
अच्युतं केशवं रामनारायणं कृष्णदामोदरं वासुदेवं हरिं श्रीधरं माधवं गोपिकावल्लभं जानकीनायकं रामचन्द्रं भजे. अच्युतं केशवं सत्यभामाधवं माधवं श्रीधरं राधिकाराधितं इन्दिरामन्दिरं चेतसा सुन्दरं देवकी नन्दनं नन्दनं सन्दधे. विष्णवे जिष्णवे संचिने चक्रिणे रुक्मिणी रागिणे जानकी जानये वल्लभी वल्लभा याच्युतायात्मने कंसवे ध्वंसिने वंशिने ते नमः. कृष्ण गोविंद हे राम नारायण श्रीपते वासुदेव वाजित श्रीनिधे अच्युतानंद हे माधव धोक्षज द्वारका नायक द्रौपदी रक्षक. राक्षस क्षोभित सीतया शोभितो दंडकारण्य पुण्यभू पुण्यता कारणः लक्ष्मणेनान्वितो वानरैः सेवितो अगस्त्य पूजितो राघवः पातु माम्। धेनुकारिष्टको निष्टकृद्वेषिणां केशिहा कंसहृत् वंशिकापादकः पूतना गोपक सूरजाखेलनो बालगोपालक पातु मां सर्वदा। विद्युदुद्योतवत् प्रस्फुरद्वाससं प्रावृडम्भोदवत् प्रोल्लसद्विग्रहं मन्यया मालया शोभितोरस्थलं लोहिताङ्घ्रिद्वयं वारिजाक्षं भजे। कुञ्चितैः कुन्तलैर्भ्राजमानाननं रत्नमौलिलसत् कुण्डलं गण्डयोः हारकेयूरकं कङ्कणप्रोज्ज्वलं किङ्किणीमञ्जुलं श्यामलं तं भजे। अच्युतस्याष्टकं यः पठेदिष्टदं प्रेमतः प्रत्यहं पूरुषसस्पृहं प्रेततः सुन्दरं वेद्यविश्वम्भरं तस्य वश्यो हरिर्जायते सत्वरं तस्य वश्यो हरिर्जायते सत्वरं तस्य वश्यो हरिर्जायते सत्वरम्।
Very divine girls. Very nice. Next we have Bhajan by Malleshwaram Kids. Bhajare Gurunatha.
भजरे गुरुनाथं भजरे गुरुनाथं मानस भजरे गुरुनाथं मानस भजरे गुरुनाथं मानस भजरे गुरुनाथं मानस भजरे गुरुनाथं।
भस्मरुद्राक्षादि अलङ्कृत शरीरं भस्मरुद्राक्षादि अलङ्कृत शरीरं भस्मरुद्राक्षादि अलङ्कृत शरीरं भस्मरुद्राक्षादि अलङ्कृत शरीरं बिल्वमालादि अलङ्कृत शिरस्कं बिल्वमालादि अलङ्कृत शिरस्कं अलङ्कृत शिरस्कं अलङ्कृत शिरस्कं भजरे गुरुनाथं मानस भजरे गुरुनाथं मानस भजरे गुरुनाथं।
मन्त्रमहामणि मन्त्रस्वरूपं मन्त्रमहामणि मन्त्रस्वरूपं मन्त्रमहामणि मन्त्रस्वरूपं मन्त्रमहामणि मन्त्रस्वरूपं प्रणवपयोधर प्रणवस्वरूपं प्रणवपयोधर प्रणवस्वरूपं 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 भज रे गुरुनाथं मानस भज रे गुरुनाथं मानस भज रे गुरुनाथम्
मन्दहासमुखं मन्दाक्षवीक्षणं मन्दहासमुखं मन्दाक्षवीक्षणं मन्दहासमुखं मन्दाक्षवीक्षणं मन्दहासमुखं मन्दाक्षवीक्षणं राजाधिराजं जगद्गुरुरूपं कामकोटिरूपं जगद्गुरुरूपं भज रे गुरुनाथं मानस भज रे गुरुनाथं मानस भज रे गुरुनाथं मानस भज रे गुरुनाथं गुरुनाथं गुरुनाथं
Aha, very nice, very nice. What a samarpanam to Guru. Yes, well done, kids. Next is Shamla Dandakam by Whitefield Kids.
Hamsini? Hamsini,
Yes,
are
ma'am.
you there? Yes, Kanna, get started.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Manikyavinam Manupalayantim Madalasat Manjulavavilasat Mahendra Neeladyuti Komalagi Matanda Kanyam Manasa Smarami चतुर्भुजे चंद्रकलावतंसे कुचोन्नते कुंकुमरागशोणे पुण्ड्रेक्षु पाशांकुश पुष्पपाणहस्ते नमस्ते जगदेकमातः माता मरकतश्यामान् मातंगी मदशालिनी कुर्या कटाक्षं कल्याणी कदम्बवनवासिनी.
Next two lines to Hamsini.
Okay, ma'am. जय मातंगतनये जय नीलोपलद्युते जय संगीत रसिके जय लीला शुक प्रिये
जय जननी सुधा समुद्रान्तर्त्यन् मणिद्वीप संरूढ बिल्वाटवी मध्य कल्पद्रुमा कल्पकादम्बकान्तारवासप्रिये कृत्तिवासप्रिये सर्वलोकप्रिये सादरारब्ध संगीत संभावना संभ्रमालोलनी पस्रगापत्त चूली सनातत्रिके सानुमत्पुत्रिके
शेखरीभूतशीतांशुरेखा मयूखावलीबद्धसुस्निग्ध नीलालकश्रेणिशृङ्गारिते लोकसम्भाविते कौमलीलादनुसन्निभ भ्रूलता पुष्प सन्दोह सन्देह कृल्लोचने वाक्सुदासेचने चारुगोरोचना पंक केलीललामाभिरामे सुरामे रामे प्रोलसद्वालिका मौक्तिक श्रेणिका चन्द्रिका मण्डलोद्भासे लावण्यगण्डस्थलन्यस्त कस्तूरिका पत्ररेखा समुद्भूत सौरभ्य सम्भ्रान्त भृङ्गाङ्गना गीत सान्द्रे भवन् मन्त्रतन्त्रीश्वरे सुस्वरे भास्वरे वल्लकी वादन प्रक्रियालोल तालीदलाबद्धताटङ्क भूषा विशेषान्विते सिद्ध सम्मानिते
सुललितनवयौवनारम्भ चन्द्रोदयोद्वेल लावण्य दुग्धार्णवाविर्भवत् कम्बुबिम्बोकभृत्कन्तरे सत्कला मन्दिरे मन्दरे तारका राजिनीकाश हारावलिस्मेर चारुस्तना भोगभारत्य वल्ली समुद्य समुद्र वल्लकी वृत्कर किङ्कर श्रीकर
अस्माद्गले वैभवानगले श्यामले कोमलस्निग्धनीलोत्पलोत्पादितानङ्ग तूनीरशङ्काकरोदा जङ्गालते चारुलीलागते नम्रदिक्पाल सीमन्तिनी कुण्टल स्निग्ध नीला प्रभा पुञ्ज सञ्जात दुर्वाकुराशङ्क साङ्ग संयोगरिं खन्ना केन्दूज्ज्वले प्रोज्ज्वले निर्मले ब्रह्मदेवेश लक्ष्मीश भूतेश तोयेश वागीश कीनाश दैत्येश यक्षेश वाय्वग्निमाणिक्य संहृष्टकोटिन वातपुदामलाक्ष रसारुण्यतारुण्यलक्ष्मी गृहीताङ्घ्रिपद्मे सुपद्मे उमे श्रवणहर दक्षिणक्वानया वीणया किन्नरैर्गीयसे यक्षगन्धर्वसिद्धाङ्गना मण्डलैरच्यसे सर्वसौभाग्य वाञ्छावती सर्वविद्या विशेषात्मकं चाटुगाता समुच्चारणा कण्ठमूलोला सद्वर्णराजित्रयम् कोमलश्यामलो दारपक्षद्वयम् तुण्डशोभाति धूरी भवत् किं शुकाभं तं शुकं लालयन्ती परिक्रीडसे
किन्न सिद्ध्येद्वपुष्यामलं कोमलं चन्द्रचूडान्वितं तावकं ध्यायतस्तस्य लीला सरोवारिदित्थस्य केलीवनम् नन्दनं तस्य भद्रासनं भूतलं तस्य गीर्देवता किङ्करी तस्य सर्वतीर्थात्मिके सर्वमन्त्रात्मिके सर्वतन्त्रात्मिके सर्वयन्त्रात्मिके सर्वपीठात्मिके सर्वसत्त्वात्मिके सर्वशक्त्यात्मिके सर्वविद्यात्मिके सर्वयोगिके सर्वविश्वात्मिके सर्वगे मान्त्रिके पाहि मां पाहि मां पाहि मां
Very divine girls. Very, very divine. Yes. Next we have our Banaswadi kids saying Vaidinath Ashtakam.
Hello.
Hello.
Mami kekurada?
Kekurudma.
Okay.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Vaidyanatha Ashtakam Shri Rama Saumitra Jatayuveda Shadananaditya Pujachitaya Shri Nilakantaya Dayamayaya Shri Vaidyanataya Namah Shivaya Mahadeva 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 Deva Mahadeva 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 Deva Mahadeva 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 Deva Ganga Prabhayendu Jatadharaya Trilochanaya Smarakala Mantri Samasta Devi Vibhujitaya Shri Vaidyanataya Namah Shivaya Mahadeva 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 Deva Mahadeva 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 Deva Mahadeva 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 Deva Mahadeva 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 Deva Bhatta Priyaya Tripurantakaya Vinadine Dushtaharaya Nityam Pratyaksha Leelaya Manushya Loke Shri Vaidyanataya Namah Shivaya Mahadeva 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 Deva Mahadeva 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 Deva Mahadeva 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 Deva Mahadeva 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 Deva Prabhutavātādi samasta roga pranāṣakatre munimanditaya prabhakareṇ bhakti vilochanaya Shri Vaidyanataya Namah Shivaya Mahadeva 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 Deva Mahadev, Mahadev, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadev, Mahadev, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva. Vakshutranetranevihinajento, Vakshutranetranesupradarya, Kushtadi sarvo natarupamantre, Shri Vaidyanataya Namah Shivaya. Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva. Vedanta Vedyaya Jaganmayaya Yogishwaratyaya Padambujaya Trimurti Rupaya Sahasraname Shri Vaidyanataya Namah Shivaya. Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva. Swatitamrit Pasma Bhidanga Bhajam Vishalcha Dukkati Vayapaya Atma Swarupaya Sharira Bhajam Shri Vaidyanataya Namah Shivaya. Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva. Shri Nilakantaya Vrishatvajarya Shragandha Bhasmadya Vishobhitaya Subutradharati Subhagyataya Shri Vaidyanataya Namah Shivaya. Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva. Balambike Vaidya Bhavaroga Hari Disha Jape Namatrayam Nityam Maharoga Nivaran. Balambike Vaidya Bhavaroga Hari Disha Jape Namatrayam Nityam Maharoga Nivaran. Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva Deva. Jai Shankara.
Beautiful rendition, kids. Very nice, very nice. Next is Hanumat Pancharatnam by R.T. Nagar kids.
Dhanam, it is actually Yelahanka. Our group was Yelahanka. We are merged with R.T. Nagar anyway.
Yes.
Yes, Mahati, are you there? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Vita kila visayecham jatanandashupulakamartyacham Sitapatidutadyam Vatatmajamadhyabhavaye hrityam Karunarunamukakamalam Karunarasapurapurita Pangam Sanjeevanamasase Manjula Mahiman Anjana Bhagyam.
Pratiksha.
Vairib Sharati Gamam Bujadalam Vipulalochanodaram Kambugalamaniladishtam Vimbajjalitoshthama Ekalavalambe
Dhurikrita Sitati Prakriti Krita Rama Vaibhava Spurti Darita Dashamukha Kirti Puratau Mama Bhatu Hanumato Murti.
Meenakshi. Meenakshi?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
वानरनिकराध्यक्षं दानवकुलकुमुदर रविकरसदृक्षं दीनजनावनदीक्षं पावनतपपङ्कपुञ्जनामाद्रक्षम्.
Sai Sudarshana? Pratiksha solitiya? Sai Sudarshana. Soliduma.
एतत्पवनसुतस्य स्तोत्रं यः पठति पञ्चरत्नाख्यम् चिरमिह निखिलान् भोगान् भुक्त्वा श्रीरामभक्तिभाग् भवति.
Our next performance is after, I think, 1 or 2 places. Children, please wait.
Very divine.
Then include the Maitri Majatam upper or clear. We'll wait for that.
Last. Next is Sri Jayendra Saraswati Ratnamalika Stotram by Malleshwaram.
भजेऽहं भगवत्पादं भारतीयशिखामणिम् अद्वैतसद्भाव चेतनायाः प्रबोधकम् अष्टषष्टितमाचार्यं वन्दे शङ्कररूपिणं चन्द्रशेखर योगीन्द्रं योगलिङ्गप्रपूजकम्
वरेण्यं वरदं शान्तं वदान्यं चन्द्रशेखरं वाग्मिनं वाग्यतं वन्द्यं विशिष्टाचारपालकं देवे देहे च देशे च भक्त्यारोग्यसुखप्रदं बुधपामरसेव्यं तं श्रीजयेन्द्रं नमाम्यहम्।
वृत्तवृत्तिप्रवृत्तीनां कारणं करणं प्रभुं गुरुं नौमि नताशेष नन्दनं नयकोविदं प्रजाविचारधर्मेषु नेतारं निपुणं निधिं वदेऽहं शङ्कराचार्यं श्रीजयेन्द्र सरस्वतीम्।
सितासितसरिद्रत्न मज्जनं मन्त्रवित्तमम् दानचिन्तामणिं नौमि निश्चिन्तं नीतिकोकिलम् सरस्वती गर्भरत्नं सुवर्णं साहसप्रियं लक्ष्मीवत्सं लोलहासं नौमि तं दीनवत्सलम् गतिं भारतदेशस्य मतिं भारतजीविनां वन्दे यतिं साधकानां पतिमद्वैतदर्शिनाम् इति श्रीशङ्कराचार्येन्द्र सरस्वती शङ्कराचार्य स्वामिभिः विरचिता श्री जयेन्द्र सरस्वती श्लोकमालिका। जय जय शंकर हर शंकर.
Excellent. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Now next is we have Sri Chandrasekhar and Srimati Vasanti Kumar, who will be sharing their experiences, personal experiences and experiences with Jayendra Periva. Sri Chandrasekhar. Anna?
Yeah. Good evening. I'm actually returning from Kanchipuram. I'm in the car. Today was Periva Jayanthi at Kanchipuram. So Bala Periva had asked us to attend the Jayanti and come back. It so happens that I'm just on the way back. Anyway, we have pulled up to the site. the experience that I would now. Dalamji, would you want me to talk in Tamil or is English fine?
I think English, because we have mix of Telugu, Kannada kids here with us. So English will be wonderful. Even though Tamil, you will be very, you can express. Maybe mix of both. Maybe mix of both.
Yes, I will stick to English. Okay. Thank you. See, generally, when a person is alive physically and amidst us, and we talk about his greatness or his strength or his mahima or power, one will feel encouraged to go see him and then take his blessings and hope that he will be able to solve their problems or give them the strength in life to face all problems. But now here is a situation where Periva has attained Siddhi and he is not living amongst us physically. He is not there for us to see his physical form. Now, does that mean that he has no powers? Does that mean that he stops to exist amongst us? Does it mean that his blessings are no longer available to us because he is not there physically? This is a question that will come to everybody's mind, especially children. Children, for them, seeing is believing. We have seen, we have experienced, so we are better off. But children have not seen this, have not experienced this. So I have to tell you a personal experience where Periva attained Siddhi in February of 2018. Thereafter, physically, he was not with us. Now, in January 2020, my son went to Spain to do his master's in sports law. And in the month of March, COVID struck. When COVID struck, Spain and Italy were the most affected countries. When I spoke to my son, he said the situation in the campus where the course is being conducted is not alarming. It appears to be normal. Maybe there are certain pockets in the city where things are going bad, but he was confident that he could pull through there, continue to stay there and continue with the curriculum and the course. Now, but then this figure started going up at an alarming rate, and also Indian government had started announcing that wherever students want to come back, that they cannot wait for long, and they were advising students to take flights and come back and not risk being in the countries in Europe and other places, which were extremely badly affected at that time. India was not so affected in the month of March 2020. We experienced it much later. Now, another devotee well known to our family talked to me specifically on the phone and said, your son is in Spain. If Periva had been there, Shekhar, you would have called Periva and or met Periva and found out what is it to be done. Should you call him to be continue in Spain? Am I audible? Is there any disturbance?
Fine.
உங்களோட இதுல வந்துருக்கு. நான் கொஞ்சம் சீரியல் பார்த்துட்டு போயிடுறேன்.
Can I continue? Hello?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So this devotee asked me, what if Periva had been there, you would have got the guidance, you would have got the signal, what is to be done, whether he should continue in Spain or come back to India. I said, Periva will give his guidance in his own way. It's just that we have to wait. I am sure that he will not stop guiding me merely because he is not physically present. You believe it or not, 10 minutes after that phone call, I get a phone call from a judge of the income tax department. His name is Jason Bose. He is a Christian by birth. He also is a believer in Periva. He has met Periva several times. I have taken him to Periva also. He calls me and tells me, Shekhar, my wife He calls me Shekhar by my name, small name. He says, Shekhar, my wife, he was married to a Muslim lady called Tasneem. She is a judge in the railways tribunal. He says, Tasneem is worried. She says, Jayachandra is in Spain. You please tell Shekhar to call him back. Things are getting really bad out there. Then I told Jason Bose, sir, I will talk to my son. I am sure things will be all right. Let me check up. I called my son immediately. He said he is talking to the head of the department. The HOD says, there is no problem, Jayachandra. You continue, should not be a problem. I don't think we will get affected. So we kept the phone. Immediately thereafter, after around half an hour, he calls me again and says, Shekhar, what have you done? Have you spoken to your son? I said, things seem to be all right there. But my son says he is confident. His HOD, the department, they are all not worried. So I thought, let me postpone. He says, no, you please call him back. Immediately, we are worried. I don't think you should take a chance. I said, okay. Then I called Jayachandra and told him, my son, I think I'm going to book a ticket. It's better you come back. I have never felt this feeling because I told him, I just got a call some time back from a devotee asking, will Periva guide you now? And I told the person that Periva will certainly guide me at all times. And this call is happening within 10 minutes and it gets repeated in half an hour's time that you better call him back. Then I said, I called Jayachandra and told him I'm booking a ticket on Air India. I booked the ticket for the next available flight, and that was the last flight out of Spain. There were no flights thereafter. That was the last flight. He came back to India safe and sound. Now, some people can say it is a coincidence, but if you take the sequence of events and if you know the experience that you have had with Periva, you will know that he will talk through somebody, a stranger perhaps, or another person whom you will listen to, whose words you will pay importance to. This is what happened. That's how my son came back to India out of the last flight out of Spain, out of Madrid, and thereafter there was a complete shutdown. If he had not taken that flight, I would not have seen him for about 5-6 months, and God knows what would have happened because Spain went into a terrible state thereafter. This is Periva's Mahima. Since I am coming back from the Atishtanam, I am just sharing this experience. One small, what I heard today, there is one Ananda Ganapati girl who conducts this Avittam program in Kanchi Matam every month on Avittam day. Avittam is the nakshatram in which our Pudu Periva was born. He does it every month. What he told me an incident just in this afternoon he shared. He said when there was a big financial crash across the world, there was a Lehman Brothers, there was a financial crash. The stock markets across the globe crashed. People were finding it very difficult in the financial markets. So Periva called this Ananda Ganapati and told him, please do a Sri Suktam Homam because people have to get back riches. This was done for about 2 days. And once the Homam got completed, Dakshina was to be given to all the Vadyas and Pandits who participated in that Homam. They gave Dakshina to everybody. It so happened that the money that was there was enough to give Dakshina to everybody except the Ananda Ganapati who actually performed it. There was no money to be given to him. Then Periva told him, you have not taken Dakshina because there is no money there in that contribution that has come. Yes, sir. So he said he took 100 rupees from the Paduka that was, somebody had put Paduka Dakshina of 100 on Periva's Padukas. Periva personally took that money and gave it to Ananda Ganapati. Thereafter, Ananda Ganapati says, there is no dearth for money. That is why he is able to perform Avittam Homam and the puja in Kanchipuram every month And he calls at least 25-30 Ganapatis and and serves food to them, organizes music performances, so on and so forth. This is Periva's Mahima. Dhanamji?
Wonderful, Anna. Really wonderful. Oh, beautiful experiences. Literally getting goosebumps. Yes.
Yeah, I think Vasanti Kumar can take over from here.
I sure, Anna. Thank you so much for sharing your personal experiences. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Vasanti Kumar?
Yeah.
Invite Vasanti Kumar to share experiences with Periva.
Yes. Hello, ma. Teriyarda?
Yes, ma. Teriyar.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Cholano. When Dhanam asked me, Nee Peshariyana, I was just thinking, Perivala Pati Nam Bena Pesano. Abdina. Apakuda Nanchin, Apra Nanchin Dengue, Peshakurade. Moon Perivalium Paturko. Moon Perival with three Perivas also. We have had a beautiful Salihayodan. In Tamil, we say Salihayodan. That is with equal proximity to the Gurus. We have been interacting with them. And it has come through generations for me, which I'm really blessed. Because my grandfather was the first person who was introduced into this family, to the Guru, to the family. Then my father, and of course, all my uncles, aunts, cousins in plenty, all of them are still so much, the entire family is hooked on to Periva's only Karuna. We depend on him for every little bit. So these are all taught to us from or by our grandfather. My grandfather used to always say, Amma knows that a small baby has to be fed milk. She has to give the baby milk. But she would say, oh, let me just finish this bit of work and then give it. Let me just finish this bit and then I will do. So, and then once it starts crying, she will just run and go and give it to her. So he would always say, tell Periva whatever you want to. Ask Periva. You have to ask him. If you ask him, he's always there to give you in plenty. He's waiting. He's like a mother. So whenever you have it, you ask him. He will clear your doubts for you. He will give you what you want. So he's like your Amma. So you have to be like that. That is what it is. Don't we go and ask? And the mother also knows. We can ask. Why Periva doesn't know that he has to give it to you? He knows. But still, he is a Thai. So he will do it. Only when you keep asking, he will give it to you. In plenty. They're waiting in plenty. So we have had experiences from childhood days. So I feel so blessed. So we've all, like my cousin just said, we've all been going together for a long, long time. Our first memory was, like Periva came in 71 to Bangalore, his first yatra to Karnataka. And Periva had told my father, you take him on the yatras, I will take care of whatever you have to be doing in the family. And the first Navaratri, that is the beautiful memories that I have of Periva. Periva used to, it was done in the Ramar Kovil in Jayanagar. So every day of his yatra, we have gone and had darshan. Now reminiscing, I really feel, wow, I've gone and we've had darshan so much. Maybe all this is his kripa, and we are also our own blessings that we have got to get such kind of darshan. And little things, but I don't remember them so clearly when I was a young child. And when the camps moved, those days the camps were moving from one place to another in very 15, because he used to go on a Padayatra. So every time when they moved from one camp to the other camp, it would be about 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers. Can you imagine how much he has covered? Entire India, how many times on foot?
Today, none of us can even fathom it and see how he would have done it or how the planning went. And those days, there used to be so many other paraphernalia also which used to go with them, for the pujas. Everything used to be carted, including cows, elephants, all these things. So for us, it was a mela, it used to feel like a mela because so animals and, all the vadyams and everything used to make us feel very, celebrated movement. It's such a celebration moment only for us whenever there is Periva in the camp. So my Annabhishekam, the first Annabhishekam which I saw was in Valliyappa Textiles. It was Aipashi Paurnami. So was the first, my memory goes that I had seen the Annam on Chandramoulishwara and Tripura Sundari, fully covered on the thing. This was one episode which I remember so clearly. Then we went to Talakaveri. Periva had his first visit in Talakaveri. We stayed in Bhagamandala, the place where the Triveni Sangamam happens. I'm talking all my small childhood memories when I was your age, maybe, in 1971. So you can imagine 71, 72. This is my memory, which I'm sharing with you because you're all children. And that is when when we went to Bhagamandala, we used to have snanam in that Triveni Sangamam. Every day, almost for about a week or something, we stayed in the same temple campus where Periva was staying. So he would tell us, my younger brother would just won't leave the water, because he used to play in the water. And it will be very, only hip deep water. It won't be too deep and all. So he would say, Babu, தொலைச்சது போறலையா காவேரியில இன்னமும் வேணுமா உனக்கு வா வா வா. That's how he used to call us. And then whenever the older people had to make a conversation, Periva had a beautiful, very tactful way of handling. He would, put a little bit of kalkandi on the floor or, give it in the hand, and we are busy sitting and eating it. And he would have had the conversation with the older people and no disturbance by the children. The same way Periva used to stick, all these dates or figs, everything on the wall and say, take it from there, take it from there. And so we would be very happy. Oh, something, something to eat is what as children we like. So we used to take it and sit and eat and enjoy. Now thinking back, I've got prasadam from him is what I feel now. But as a child, it never occurred to us, right? So that is one thing, as we grow up, as we kept growing up also, we were blessed because my father used to travel. My mother used to do the Bhiksha Vandanam. So they used to visit Periva's camps pretty often. Maybe my father was very impulsive. So he would just say, maybe twice a week also we have gone and see him. Darshan we have had. Sometimes maybe monthly once also. But that frequency with which we have all visited maybe is the reason we know how much to depend on this Guru. That is maybe one reason also I feel so. And many such experiences. As I grew up and I got married and I went to Bombay, I was in Bombay for about 8 to 10 years. I was in Bombay. I used to see Periva maybe when he came to Bombay, or when I visited my parents' house or came down south, I used to see Periva, Kanjivaram or whatever, maybe once a year or twice a year, depending. So even those days, that compulsion or this thing with the want to go and see Periva, whenever or at the shortest, whichever opportunity we get, we go and see and have darshan of Periva. And he has guided us in many, many, many ways. Many ways. Like, it can be like if you go for a Bhiksha Vandanam or something, Periva would say, when you take all these things and go, he would say, those days, there was no electricity in many places. They would be visiting villages where nothing would be available. So he would say, in that torch, bring torch, no. Bring battery for the torch. You can have a torch, but then we need a battery for the torch too. Those days it was very, very necessary. So it will never strike us. We always think when we go to see a guru, we only carry these things.
but these can also be carried, which is useful for them. So these are all little things, but then the guidance that they give you through times that you keep moving is very, very subtle and nice sometimes. Now, as I'm getting older, I realize it more and more now. And when, in fact, in Bombay, when I went, Ahimsa is one, that is Ahimsa silk, is many of you might know or not know, I don't know. Ahimsa, the very word itself tells you, it is a silk got without killing the silkworm and the cocoon. So this kind of a material is available, and it is very, very highly used for puja purposes, because for muddy, it has purity. So I went to the Bombay Khadi. I only saw a light, orange colored khadi material. So I was wondering if I should take this or not take this for Periva, because he generally uses his vastram, and the Ahimsa which I have seen is only the plain off-whitish color. It'll never have color. So I didn't know if they have dyed it in some color or something. So I was not sure, but I was very tempted to get that vastram for him. So in Bombay, Nerul, I went and I gave him this vastram. I said, Periva, I don't know how you will put it to use, but I thought Ahimsa Pattu, I want to give it to you. So you know what he did? He just removed that vastram and put it all on his stomach like this, and he sat for about 2.5 hours. I really thought maybe he will use it for, I don't know for what, but he put it on himself and told me, I have already used it. This is the way he did it for me. So these are small experiences or big experiences, I don't know. But I feel very, very blessed to be, with all the Periyavas. And today Bala Periva is guiding us through so many of these things. Now I feel, oh my, at this time when I'm sitting at home, what can I do? He has given us opportunities to help in so many ways, or propagate, do so many things in all his little. He knows what is to be given. In the speech we said, he knows what is to be given. That is why he's a guru. To every individual, what is the prasadam to be given? Sometimes he will not even give us any prasadam. Maybe you don't require it now. Maybe the big prasadam is given to somebody. They require it. So he knows what is to be done at the right time for everybody. So our guru is great. And I think we should all start more and more, appreciating and feel blessed and get more and more of their blessings.
Thank you so much, Vasanti, for sharing experiences, your childhood experiences with Guru. I am sure you have implanted the seed of bhakti in all these kids' heart, and ours also. Yes, thank you so much, Vasanti. Thank you. Thank you. So we come to the end of our event. We never end without saying Maitrim Bhajita. We have Aarti Nagar kids saying Maitrim Bhajita, singing. Thank you.
Maitrim Bhajatak Akhilar Jetrim. Maitrim Bhajatak Akhilar Jetrim. Maitrim Bhajatak Akhilar Jetrim. Atmavadevam Paranapi Pashyata. Atmavadevam Paranapi Pashyata. Yuddham Tyajata Spardham Tyajata. Yuddham Tyajata Spardham Tyajata. Tyajata Pareshu Akramakramanam. Maitrim Bhajata Akhilar Jetrim. Maitrim Bhajata Akhilar Jetrim.
जननी पृथ्वी कामदुगास्ते. जननी पृथ्वी कामदुगास्ते. जनको देवः सकलदयालु जनको देवः सकलदयालु दाम्यत दत्त दयध्वं जनता दाम्यत दत्त दयध्वं जनता श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां.
Very nice. Mangalam. Jaya Jaya Jayendra Yativarya Vaidika Dharma Acharya Karitomi Guruvarya Arati Acharya Sri Kanchi Pitesha Chandrasekhara Shishya Sri Vijayendra Varadesha Todi Bhava Pasha Jaya Jaya Jayendra Yativarya Vaidika Dharma Acharya Karitomi Guruvarya Arati Acharya Mukhi ase Veda Sudha Chitta ase Brahma Pada Hati Yoga Danda Sada Smita Mukha Tu Varada Jaya Jaya Jayendra Yativarya Vaidika Dharma Acharya Karitomi Guruvarya Arati Acharya Sada Shivachi Smarana Kamakshi Chedhyana Bhakta Sukha Karana Jayendra Sancharana Jaya Jaya Jayendra Yativarya Vaidika Dharma Acharya Karitomi Guruvarya Arati Acharya Vijadevi Priti Sruti Shastriyati Bhakti Vishaya Sukhi Nasakti De Amha Mukti Jaya Jaya Jayendra Yativarya Vaidika Dharma Acharya Karitomi Guruvarya Arati Acharya Swami Cha Acharya Vaidika Dharma Vichara Jana Dukha Parihara Mukunda Sukhasara Jaya Jaya Jayendra Yativarya Vaidika Dharma Acharya Karitomi Guruvarya Arati Acharya Arati Acharya. Thank you all for participating. All children, very well done. Very, very well done. Very nice. A big thanks to all parents for supporting the children. Thanks to the volunteers who helped in organizing the event, and all the teachers who have responded at lightning speed to the short notice. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mummy. Ram Ram Mummy.
Ram Ram Mummy.
Thank you, Mummy. Ram Ram Mummy.
Very nice Samarpanam on this very auspicious occasion. Very nice. We are all blessed. We are all very, very blessed.
Yes,
Thank you, Mummy. Thank you, Mummy.
Ram Ram Mami.
Thank you.